What is up, you guys? It is Mr. What If here, bringing you a brand new lovely little video on my YouTube channel. And this is going to be a new What If Deku joined overhaul slash villain part of the little series. So yeah, recap to everything that happened. Basically, Eri went on her first day of school, made a new friend, made somewhat of a little bit of an enemy, and all that good jazz. Family got together, had a big family moment, and all of that good jazz. So, this part is going to be dedicated to overhaul, so this is going to be mainly overhaul. So, let's jump into this. And sorry about the background noises. I'm sitting in the car. So basically, yeah. Sorry if you hear the rain in the background. Alright, so Overhaul, yeah. Overhaul, he's basically sitting at home thinking about what his next plan of action is gonna be on his secret plan against the heroes. And then Overhaul hears a knock at his hears a knock at his front door, and he tells one of the bodyguards to go answer it. And then soon before, as the bodyguard can answer the door, the League of Villains bust through and start to attack some of the bodyguards that work for Overhaul. And Overhaul knew that one day that the League of Villains were gonna try something stupid, but not this stupid. And then this is when Shigaraki says, "It's about time that I put you in your place, Overhaul." And Overhaul says, "You can try." And then this is when Shigaraki would quickly quickly dash towards Overhaul. And then Overhaul would dodge Shigaraki's attack and try to touch Shigaraki, but Shigaraki would quickly avoid Overhaul's touch. And Shigaraki would jump back and run at Overhaul again, except moving faster this time. And Overhaul would dodge Shigaraki one more time. And then Shigaraki would quickly turn around and start to just at random, throw attacks at Overhaul. And Overhaul is dodging and weaving. This is basically dodging and weaving repeatedly. And Overhaul is saying in his head, every time Shigaraki attacks, he's getting faster and faster and faster and faster. In a way, he's reminding me of when me and Deku used to spar. Every time Deku would attack, he would get faster and faster and faster. Now, Shigaraki's doing the same thing. This is when Overhaul had enough and does a sweet roundhouse kick to Shigaraki's face, sending Shigaraki flying a little bit, but Shigaraki gets back up and runs back at Overhaul, and they continue with Shigaraki attacking Overhaul, and Overhaul just dodging and weaving. And then Overhaul goes in for another kick attack, sends Shigaraki knocked back a little bit, but Shigaraki gets back up and keeps going at it, and they're going at it. And Overhaul is like, this guy is really relentless. And this is when Overhaul would let down his guard on purpose, and Shigaraki would use this opportunity to attack Overhaul and basically try to disintegrate him. But Overhaul would be expecting this because, like I said, Overhaul dropped his guard on purpose. And Overhaul would quickly do a back over flip, grabbing Shigaraki, but not. And I know what you're gonna think. Wait a minute, doesn't Overhaul when Overhaul blow off Shigaraki's arm by grabbing him? No, Overhaul is actually gonna grab Shigaraki, which gets Shigaraki like scared that he might just blow off his arm. But no, Overhaul does a quick body flip using Shigaraki, doing a body flip, and then slamming Shigaraki into the ground. And then Overhaul will put his hands close to Shigaraki's face and saying, if you don't call this off, I will blow off your head. And then Shigaraki would say fine and tell all the villains, tell the remaining villains like Dabi, Toga, and everybody else twice, and everybody else to chillax and calm down. We're not really here for a fight. We were here to negotiate. And then Overhaul would say you would have a weird way of negotiating. And then this is when Shigaraki would say, I need your little friend's help. And then Overhaul would say, what do you mean by my little friend? Shigaraki says, don't play dumb with me. You know who I'm talking about. That quirkless villain that hangs around with you all the time. Your right-hand man. And then Overhaul says who? Deku? Says who? Deku? And then Shigaraki would say, so that's his name. Huh. And then Overhaul would say, what do you want with my son? And then Shigaraki would say, nothing, I just need his help. And then Overhaul would say, you need his help with what? And then Shigaraki would say, I need his help on a plan. I'm planning to wage war against villains versus heroes. Except this time, it won't be all for one by himself. It will be all villains versus all heroes. A straight out war. I can't say the word. Apocalyptics of a war against heroes and villains. And then Overhaul would say, if you're trying to do something like that, it will be mainly impossible. And plus, after what happened, how many villains would you think would join you after knowing how weak the League of Villains has become over the years? And then Shigaraki would say, exactly, they wouldn't join me. They would join Deku. And then Overhaul would say, what are you implying? And then Shigaraki would say, like I told you, I want to create a war between all heroes, pro or non-pro, true hero or non-hero, versus all villains, high-ranking villains to the lowest to the weakest villains against all heroes. Just a straight-out war. And then Overhaul would say, didn't you get what you wanted? All Might is no longer the #1 hero. That Endeavor guy is. And then Shigaraki would say, I don't care who's the #1 hero now. I want to create the war so I can show the world who the #1 villain is. And then, sorry about that. And then Overhaul would say, well, you want to be the #1 villain, but you're asking the future #1 villain you want the future #1 villain's help. Then Shigaraki would say, what are you talking about? And then Overhaul would say, you really thought that All For One wanted to make you the true #1 villain of the world. He only wanted to give you his quirk because he felt pity for you. And Shigaraki would say, you're nothing but a liar. And then Overhaul would say, really? If that was the case, you would have had All For One's power a long time ago. And you would have been making moves a long time ago than just these kiddie and pathetic moves of attacking heroes. If I'm mistaken, you were the guy that organized the plan to kill some kids, to kill or take down some kids in a UA school because All Might works there. And you failed. And not just that, you had the ultimate being of a shock absorption, healing, and strength Nomu. You had the strongest Nomu that was ever created destroyed, defeated, and you failed. So, and you call yourself the future #1 villain. One, you act more like a kid than a villain. That's why All For One is sitting in jail right now. Because he's waiting for this to all blow over. You really think that he would give everything, all this power, to just you? And then Shigaraki would say, I don't care what you say, you're still lying. And then Overhaul would say, well, I'm not lying about this. I will not give you any access towards my son. And then Shigaraki would say, well, then I'll just have to kill you for that information. And Overhaul would quickly run right in front. Well, this is when Overhaul would quickly throw an attack at Shigaraki. Shigaraki would have got teleported out of there and then into the back of Overhaul, and then quickly touched Overhaul's arm, disintegrating it a little bit, like how he did for Aizawa in Canon. And then Overhaul would quickly punch Shigaraki in the chest, knocking him back into a wall. And then Shigaraki would say, for a guy that wants to make me believe that he's telling the truth, you sure are holding your quirk back. And then Overhaul would say, it wouldn't be fair to let All For One's #1 tool die so early, and not when it's not his time to die. And then Shigaraki would say, tool, I show you who is the tool. And then Overhaul would say, for a tool that All For One is using, you're not the sharpest one in the shed, are you? And then Shigaraki would say, I don't care. I'm going to kill you and get that boy. And then Overhaul would say, that's funny how you call my son a boy when he's more of a man than you'll ever be, and be the villain that you can never be. And then Shigaraki and Overhaul would charge at each other non-stop. And then out of nowhere, a butcher knife is thrown right in between the both of them before they could collide from touching each other. And then this is when it would cut to Deku giving the meanest death stare. As you can see, this is what Deku would be. This is exactly the face that Deku is making. If you can see that I zoomed in, this is what Deku is looking like right now. And he says, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but it better stop before there'll be unnecessary bloodshed. And I am going to end this up right here at Deku getting ready to kick somebody's ass. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, comment on what weather it is for you guys, because for me it is raining. So comment down below, what is it for you guys? Is it sunny, raining, drizzling? Is it cloudy outside? Just comment down below on that. And how was your day? And until the next video, my fam, peace out.